Hello, this is Rob Grimes with the IFBTA, and I'm very pleased today to be with John Burke, the CEO of Armada. So welcome, John.
Thank you, Rob.
John, certainly supply chain, fills a very important part of the technology cycle within a food and beverage operation. So what types of products and services specifically does Armada offer to the food and beverage industry?
So what we offer to our clients is a full range of outsourced supply chain management services, commonly referred to as a 4PL. We have a suite of technology solutions, supply chain visibility, that software that we offer as a SaaS to our clients. We do a wide variety of engineering consulting work. And then in addition to that, we have operations in warehouse consolidations, as well as in managing transportation and global logistics for our clients.
Now, you just said the word operations in that. So are you actually operating logistics, or are you managing it? So in other words, if somebody wants to come and just outsource that to you, is that something that they can outsource to you?
We like to view ourselves as a full-blown department of our large clients. So we do a full range of integrated supply chain management work, starting with providing technology platforms and consulting solutions, and then large-scale operations in warehousing and transportation. So we offer a fully integrated suite of services to our clients.
Now, when you use the word integrated and you start talking about all those different services, what we're really talking about is managing relationships. And it would seem that that means that you not only have the relationship with the operators, but you also have the relationship with the suppliers, the people who are actually down the food chain.
Yes, so we step into large, often very fragmented supply chains, and we act on behalf of our client to really create efficiency across the supply chain. Even more importantly is to improve the performance of the supply chain. And so we take the network that has developed generally over decades for our clients and turn that into something that functions almost as a closely held, virtually owned supply chain. Now,
you guys have been in business for a long time. I think I read in the profile, since 1890. Is that right?
Right.
So how did you actually evolve into the business that you're in today? I don't think you were around since 1890.
No, those were the horse and buggy days. So supply chain was a bit of a different animal then. We actually grew out of a large meat company based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Northside Packing. It was interesting. The company evolved and began to largely serve a variety of national restaurant chains in the 80s. As a part of those relationships, we began to work inside those supply chains and found a lot of opportunities to generate efficiencies for those clients. So, as you said, as the relationships matured, we began to become purely a supply chain management company for our clients. And so in 1996, we split the business off into our initial company, Hub One Logistics. And since then, we've been offering purely supply chain management services, and the logistics business and the meat company have gone separate ways.
Well, but they still exist.
Northside Foods continues to exist, and they're a division of Smithfield Foods now, and they work with a number of large restaurant brands across the world.
Now, I would think that given the start and where your company grew from, that it actually gives you a rather unique perspective as people think about supply chain. And very specifically, I'm thinking about things like food safety, as one of the components that certainly everyone wants to track. What is it, farm to fork these days, and supply chain sits in the middle. Are you offering solutions to cover that as well?
Yes, and so as you think about growing out of a manufacturing environment, one of the, obviously the incentive of all good manufacturing companies is to operate in the most efficient way possible across all the manufacturing assets that are in play. And as we worked in supply chains, we became frustrated because of a variety of supply chain issues that ultimately became manufacturing issues. And so really growing out of that birthplace, we found ways to create efficiencies, reduce overall costs in supply chain, improve visibility of data, and use that not just to generate more manufacturing efficiencies, but ultimately generate efficiencies across the supply chain. That includes traceability, food safety, and all of the really great benefits you have when you embark on a journey of full supply chain visibility on an end-to-end basis.
I mean, that really puts a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, to be able to track and do those things for a client because, it's become one of those issues or challenges for people today. I think about the headlines actually over the last couple of years in this particular thing. And so those particular aspects have become more and more important to food and beverage operators.
And obviously, the solutions lie in having great technology solutions and finding ways to have data readily available across large supply chains that support the transactions so that all the relevant traceability and food safety data can follow products as they move along the supply chain.
Well, great. Listen, it's been great to have you today. And we really appreciate the IFBTA appreciates the industry partner support of Armada and yourself. And, I think that going down the path, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for our members, not only to take advantage of you as a partner, but also the education and information that you bring to the table to help them to operate better, more efficiently, and safely for their customers.
Well, thanks, Rob. We are looking forward to participating.
Great. Thank you for joining us today. Rob Grimes with the IFBTA and here with John Burke, the CEO of Armada.